It is the most important thing in the world to build great self-esteem. We need to do this because it needs to carry us through our life, and we need to be great at something. We need to do this the right way in order to live our happiest, biggest potential. My name is Nick Tabor. I'm a personal trainer, physical fitness, wellness, and mental health. I talk about this stuff on this channel because I've lived through it. Now, man. All right, we want to build great self-esteem. We want to be that guy that struts. We want to be that dudette that just gets on the dance floor and just dancing even if the DJ doesn't even play a song yet. We want to have that one that has that song in our head that just keeps us going and going and going and going and going. Like, we want to be that type of person, right? We want to be great. We want to be awesome, right? How do we do that? How do we get there, right? Oh man, like, I can tell you, alright, I'm speaking as from a disabled person perspective, right? Growing up, I was told that I would not be good at anything. I was told that I would not be the person that would be amazing at anything. Matter of fact, I mean, I've talked about it a few times in videos on this channel. Excuse me. When I was in kindergarten, I wasn't supposed to hear this conversation. My mom was told by a teacher's aide, "Don't expect him to do too much, Mrs. Tabor. You know, he might have a job, he'll be happy, but, you know, he might not do everything, you know, here. Don't raise your expectations." And my mom, in her infinite wisdom, says he'll do whatever the hell he wants. He'll do whatever. He'll be amazing. Now go away. You know what was a fun thing about that story too? I don't think I mentioned this that much. Is that woman who was a teacher's aide became a teacher's aide at the junior high school that I went to, and then became the nurse at the high school that I went to. So she followed me all the way through general education, all the way through there. And it was always kind of funny because when she saw that, she's like, "You know what? I had my doubts about you, but you did amazing. You did wonderful, great things." We're all great at something. You know, Evan Carmichael says we have Michael Jordan level talent at something. And yes, we all do, and I firmly believe in that. I have the ability to be able to draw people in. I have the energy, I have the abilities to inspire, and I feel really, really good, and I feel strong about that. But I had to build up the self-esteem. I've gone through many, many things. You gotta find out what you're good at. You gotta try stuff. I thought, you know, I was born in the mid 80s. I was born in 1984. And, you know, I grew up in the 90s. You know, in the 90s, everything was basketball. Every single thing in my life was basketball. You know, I had so much to go on. I mean, I had a hoop in my yard. I was pretty popular in the neighborhood because I had a decent basketball hoop. And the kids always came over to play, and, you know, my age, and we had a good time. And, you know, I was always, you know, if you're old enough to remember the phrase, "be like Mike," you're good on this channel. Yeah, everyone else is fine too. You're good, right? But I figured it out. I'm like, yeah, I don't really feel I wanted to do it. But what I excelled at was karate. I became the first person in New England who earned a black belt degree with a disability. That, you know, some of them were given as an honorary thing, and a lot of people stopped, but, you know, out of 100,000 people who start in the martial arts, across any level, across any discipline or whatever, only 2 make black belts. That alone set me really, really high. I'm like, dang, you know, I can do this. This is so cool. This is great, right? So we had to be able to find something that we are good at, and then just step into it and do more and more and more. So, you know, what we've got to do, right, is we've got a 3-step process in order to build up self-esteem and self-confidence. So here we go. All right, number 1, what you want to do is you want to do the hard things. We have a video that we just did on this channel recently that's over at the end of this channel that I want you to go ahead and take a look at it once we're done and keep going. When you do the hard things, what you're going to do is you've got to scare yourself every once in a while. You've got to do things that are difficult for that day and expand beyond that. While you're doing hard things, you're finding out what you like and what you don't like. You're finding out things about yourself and things about others, who you want to be with, what you want to do later on in your life. But you want to do, like, don't take it on all at once. Do something every day, and you want to be laser focused, because the one thing you want to do is grow. If you have low self-esteem and self-confidence issues, you don't want to be there. That sucks. You don't want to do that for the rest of your life. So you want to keep going, and once you find it, you got step 2, right? You want to find the greatness in you. Once you find something you like, you practice it. You go. You do everything you can. Like, I was so into karate. I was so much into martial arts. I slept above my bed was my weaponry every day. Like, friends would come over, look at that and go, aren't you afraid that's going to fall on you, dude? Like, I had swords over my head. Well, not really over my head, but they were on the wall pointing down. They were in their holders, so it wasn't really like a weird thing, but it was just like, aren't you afraid anything that's going to fall? I'm like, we're good, we're cool. Then they see me do stuff and go, geez, dang, like, I got up, stretched. I got up, worked on it, and everything I did was about, okay, how am I going to do better in the dojo today, better than I did yesterday? The next time, how am I going to do better today than I did yesterday? And I keep working on kicks, working on different things, I'm doing some kicks here below the screen, but, I'm going to do different things. What can I do to be great and find that greatness in you? Like Kobe Bryant would do, right? Kobe Bryant would go into the locker room, and I bet his self-esteem was like way high. Rest in peace, my man. We love you. But he found something. He loved the game of basketball, and he did this thing when he was 11 years old. He played in an inner city basketball group, did not score one single point. On the off-season time, he just practices 3-point throws. Practices, just going in the key, doing some things, doing his usual layups, run, dribbling, basic stuff. So when he came back when he was 12, he scored again and scored a few more points. When he was 13, he scored again. He did more and more and more. He kept doing better and better and better. And those people who he was up against, who were 12, 13 years old when he was 11, they took the off season. They didn't do anything about it. They kept moving on. They kept moving on, doing other things, but he kept going. And that's what the greatness is in you, is finding that and then just harnessing in on it and making it the best thing you ever did. You can do that. You are amazing. You are awesome, right? So we take that, expand. By the time Kobe Bryant was 17 years old, he was blowing everybody away, and he got drafted to the Lakers when he was 18 years old. And had an amazing, historic career. And he did beautiful, right? So when he showed up, right, and it was the same thing like when I was in the dojo, is, people would say, okay, we're going to wrestle with you, or we're going to do a form technique with you. I'm like, great. Okay, good. Kobe Bryant had people who would show up at 6 a.m. Oh, I know we're at 6. I'm going to meet you at the gym at 6. Okay. He'd be at the gym at 4. I would go, and people would be like, okay, yeah, we're going to do things with you, Tabor. We're going to go ahead, bigger. But great, perfect. Come on in. They come in, and I'd be there already a couple hours ahead, warming up, getting ready. And then they go and like, oh, could we stretch first? I'm like, oh, no. No. Let's go. Let's go. And I'm ready to step ahead. Third thing you want to do, you got that self-esteem, you're good, you practice, teach it. You got those people back there that are coming up, right? You're in that generational line. You got this side, right? You got these people, you got those people who are ahead of you. You want to leave that legacy of the people behind you who are looking towards you. Teach them, encourage them. and be good, right? Because they're going to be looking towards you. And what a way to fill up a head of, fill an ego. But, when you teach, you're humble. You've got to be good. You got to be strong, right? And you're going to take that and then you're going to teach them about how you do things, how you got to the top. What are the hard things that you had to do to explore, and how you figured out why you were great and what you did to be better than you were. Then you teach them that, then you're going to be awesome. All right. I want you to go take a look at that hard things video. It's right here. Go grab that. I will see you there. And always, we climb.